Welcome to Academic Web Services Training. I am your host, David Pinter. And in this session, what we're going to be talking about is creating headers and footers inside of Adobe Acrobat Pro. What I have here right now is a folder called PDFs, and inside of this folder, I have 4 PDF documents that were originally created inside of Adobe InDesign. Once exported, we open them up inside of Adobe Acrobat Pro and then inserted input fields throughout the entire document, as you can see here. Once created, we saved and then sent them out to the curriculum developers, and they came back and said that we needed to place copyright information and page numbers at the bottom of each one of these pages. So basically footers in each one of these 4 documents. So a way that we could do this is, if I go back to the actual PDF document here and then click on Edit PDF, I could scroll down to the bottom here and then go up to this menu up here and just add text, type in the copyright information, and then basically put a page number and then copy paste that all the way down to each one of these pages, and then just change out the page number and so forth like this, and then do that throughout all of these documents. Well, you know that would be more or less time consuming, so there's an easier, faster way of doing this. Let's start from the beginning. Open up the Edit PDF button here, and if you notice again, there is this one main menu at the top. So what I see here also, we have header and footer. So if we click that and we want to add in files, we do that. Okay, we open that up, and you'll notice that it has different options that we can use inside of this panel. First of all, we can change the actual font type here. We also have the example of changing the font size and underline if we wanted to, or even the color of the font. Off to the right side here, we have margins. So when we're placing them into the header or footer of these documents, we can basically then change the distance between the right and left of each one of these footers for the input. Now, what we have here is the left, center, and right header, and then we have the left, center, and right footer. What we're going to do is we're placing the text inside of the center of the footer. And over off to the right side, what we're going to be doing is placing in and inserting page numbers. So you would basically click into the box and then click that, and that will allow each page to have its own individual page number. Now what's interesting is that once those 2 things were added in, we can see that they're now added in down at the bottom of the document here in this one little area. And then if we start using since we're working on the bottom portion, we can adjust the distance of the footer in this one little margin flyout here. And I'm going to keep it just a little bit lower because I know in some of these documents I have text and form boxes that go a little low. So I'm going to keep it about this size, this distance from the bottom in inches. So then what we're going to do at this point is we're going to apply this to multiple documents. Since we have 4 documents in total, we want to actually apply that. So we're going to come over here and click Apply to Multiple Documents. Here's the first one that we're actually working with. And I'm going to come over here and add files. I'm going to basically add all these files in here. And it's going to come up and say, this one has already been added to the list, and hit OK. So here's all the 4 files that we're going to be using. So now I'm going to hit OK. And once that's done, this box pops up and says, Target folder, the same folder selected at start. Keep original file names, yes. Overwrite existing files, and check that for yes. So then we're going to hit OK. So it's now evaluating and looking at each one of these documents and adding all of the footers to all of these documents. Let's go back to the first one. Notice the 4, they've all opened up now. Now when I scroll down here, you're going to notice that there it is. Page 1, and let me close this out so you can see a little bit more clearly. So you have page 1, looks pretty good. Page 2, and the copyright information. Page 3, looks good. 4, and then 5. And then this right here does not need to be on here. Was taken off. There we go. We'll just remove that, close it. We can then, at this point, look through all of the other documents that were not open, but they basically did it automatically, just like this. So those look pretty good. We just double check the other ones, like that. Page 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That one looks good. In the final document, make sure that they're on here. 1, 2, 3. 3 pages. Okay. And at this point right here, what we're going to be doing is they're already been saved, so we're good to go. So that's basically how you create headers and footers inside of Adobe Acrobat Pro.